Welcome, Preparing Leaders Campers. My name is Ms. Jackson, and I will be your math instructor for the summer. Today, we are going to become super mathematicians. If you know, this week is Superhero Week, so we are going to become super mathematicians with our lesson today. Today's lesson is going to be understanding place value. And I'm sure you all remember place value, but today we're taking it up a notch and we're going to look at numbers that involve decimals. So, understanding place value. If you recall, in your previous grade levels, you all had place values like thousands, hundreds, and these are just digits. Then you had the tens place, and then you had the ones place. Okay? But today we're going to look at a different set of numbers that involves decimals. Okay? So a decimal point looks just like a period.
Period.
The numbers in front of the decimal, it's called your ones or your whole number. Okay, that is the place value. When you see the decimal point and you're reading numbers, when you see the decimal point, you're going to say and, the word and. The digit directly behind the decimal point is called your tenths with a THS. And that's the difference between what you previously learned to what you're learning in 5th grade. 2 digits after the decimal is our hundredths place. All of our numbers behind our decimal end in THS. So we have our tenths, hundredths, and 3 digits, just like 3 zeros, just like 2 zeros with the hundreds, and just like 1 zero with tenths, is going to be our thousandths place. And once again, that word ends in a THS. So, place value with decimal, we have our whole number or our ones, our tenths, hundredths, and thousandths. Okay, so now before we get into actually practicing rounding numbers with decimals, I want to make sure you all remember how to round. So I had a little coworker who came up with the rap. Find the place value, circle that digit, move to the right, underline get it. Now our get it comes from our rounding triangle. This is another strategy that we use when we are rounding numbers using our place values. So any numbers to the left from 0 to 4, they would stay the same. That's from your underline part. If that underlined digit is from 5 to 6, you would add 1. So let's look at an example. So first we want to practice reading this number. Okay, the 4 is in our whole number in our ones place, and the 3 is in our tenths place. And remember, when we see a decimal, we say and. So this is read 4 and 3/10. Okay, let's try it again. 4 and 3/10. Okay, now I want to show you another number. And like I said, we're going to practice just reading the numbers first. This number is read 3, that's our whole number, and decimal 69 hundredths. Why did I not say 6/10 and 9 hundredths? Because we want to read that number out in its full entirety, and wherever we end up at, that's the place value that we say last. So this would be 3 and 69 hundredths. Okay, and one more number. Seven, whole number, and our decimal 402, and it ended up in our thousands place. That was the last digit. So this is 7 and 402 thousandths. So we got 4 and 3/10, 3 and 69 hundredths, 7 and 402 thousandths. So now that we are able to read decimal numbers, now we are going to round using our place value strategies. So let's start with this number here, 4 and 24 hundredths, because it ended in our hundredths place, 2 places after the decimal. That's 4 and 24 hundredths. So I want to take 4 and 24 hundredths, and we're going to round that to the nearest tenths place. I'm just going to put it above here. Let's round this number to our nearest tenths place. So first, we have to find the place value. The place value that we're rounding is tenths, which is 1 place after the decimal. Circle that digit. 1 place after the decimal is the digit 2. Move to the right. Underline. 4 is going to tell me what to do to this 2. According to my rounding triangle, the 4 is on the left-hand side, and that's the side where all of those digits stay the same. So 4 and 24 hundredths, rounded to the nearest tenths, is 4 and 2 tenths, or 20 hundredths. Remember, when you were learning place value, the digits in the front of our circle value or our rounded place value stays the same. That's why the 4 remained. The digits after our circled place values turn into a 0. But this number, 4 and 20 hundredths, can also be written 4 and 2 tenths without the 0. Okay? Now we're going to practice one more number, and then you are going to practice this same skill on your online classroom. 4 and 305 thousandths, because it ends in the 3rd place value after the decimal. So that's thousandths. 4 and 305 thousandths. Okay, now I want to take this number and I want to round it to the nearest whole number. The nearest whole number. That's what we're going to round it to. So remember our place values. The whole number is the first digit in front of our decimal, and that would be the 4. So find that place value. Here's our whole number. Circle that digit. Move to the right. Underline. Get it is going to come from our rounding triangle. So what does the 3 tell you to do to the 4? The 3 tells you to stay the same. 4 305 thousandths rounded to our nearest whole number is just 4 wholes. We do not have to write those zeros there. You will also see this number could be written 4.0. It's still 4 wholes. Just 4. Okay, because everything after our circled digit turns into a 0. Now I want you to practice this last example on your own. And then I want to see what did you get? 4 352 thousandths. 4 352 thousandths. And we want to round this number to the nearest hundredths place. Okay, we want to round this number to the nearest hundredths place. So I want you to practice that on your own. And remember our 2 strategies. We have our wrap and we have our rounding triangle. Also, we have what our place values look like. Okay, so I want you to take 4 352, try it on your own, and don't forget you can believe in yourself. And tell me, what is 4 352 thousandths rounded to the nearest hundredths? All right, you should have it. When you round 4 352 thousandths to the nearest hundredths, find the place value. The place value is the hundredths, 2 places after the decimal. Circle that digit, move to the right, underline get it. The 2 tells you to stay the same. So 4 352 thousandths rounded to the nearest hundredths become 4 350 thousandths, or 4 35 hundredths. It's the same thing. The 0 has no value, remember. So this could be written as 4 350 thousandths or 4 35 hundredths. All right, now I want you all to go and practice what we've learned today on your own. And don't forget, we have our strategies, our wrap, we have our rounding table, and you are a super mathematician, so believe in yourself. See you next time.